Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to solve some complex analytical queries. Let's see. We'll start here. We'll start with the running totals here. So when we say running totals, so running total means from the beginning to the current row. So running total, running average. So it is from the beginning to the current row. And when we say rolling or moving, it uses a fixed size window. We'll solve this. We'll start with the running totals. First, we'll look at the data. So we have the sales table. In the sales table, we have this amount sold and there is a time ID. Okay. For every day, there are multiple sales data. So let's first sum it up. I'll say its main data as a time ID and sum of amount sold sales. So by time ID, I'll just take this data now. Order by time ID. As you can see, now we have sales data for each and every day. Now let's do the first query, which is running total basically. So we'll find the running total. Okay. To find running total, so it's straightforward actually. So we'll use time ID, and then when we say running total means sum of what sales, right? This data, and we will there is no partition here. We'll just order by time ID, right? Because we don't need to partition. I just want a running total. So on the first, the running total will be 15440. On the second, it will be 154 plus 1933. On the third, it will be sum of 1, 2, and 3. On 4, it will be sum of 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is how the running total works. Now we will first order by the time ID, and we need to add a windowing clause. Now we'll add it rows between unbounded preceding and current row. Yes. Now just look understand this one. When we say unbounded preceding means, say if I am on this current row, row number 13. So all the previous rows plus the current row. That is why it is between unbounded preceding and current row. So this is how you mention the running total. This is how you create the running total. You can also write in this way also. Rows unbounded preceding. It also means the same. For now, I'll keep it like this just for clarity. If I run this, let me add change data as well. Here for the first, we get 15406. For second, we get 15406 34739. For third, it is again we are adding this value, it becomes 691. And similarly, you go down and down and down and down to the last row, it will be a very big number, right? And say suppose I want to partition it by month or year maybe. So I can do partition by trunk of time ID by let's do it by year. In partitioning based on the year. After every year, there will be a reset. Okay, let's look at that. So, there is a lot of it actually. Let's make it month for more clarity. You look here. After 30, again it is getting reset. So at 31st, actually, it has added everything in the month of January. From February, it's resets basically. It starts from the first data. That is the first data of the February. So this is how you can use partition in the running total as well. So this is the running total. Now let's do the example of finding running average. It will be same, just that instead of sum, we'll make use of the average function. That's it. In the name of the column here, if you look at the data, here you are getting the average. This is how you find a running total and running average. Now let's move on to the rolling sum, moving sum, rolling average or moving average. Now in this case, you will be given a day basically, number of days. Say 7 days rolling sum, 3 days rolling sum, 7 day moving sum, 7 day moving average, 3 day moving average, etc. Just keep that in mind. So this is also very simple. And just put the comments in the right places. I will find the 7 day rolling total, sum or total. Okay. You are going to do the same thing, sum of sales over. Let's do a partition by same. Then you do the order by time ID. This order by is required, right? If the order by is not there, then your running total or your moving sum or rolling sum won't work. Just make sure that you are understanding this concept. Your windowing clause is dependent on your order by clause. Now, when I say 7 day rolling sum, it means I'll include my current row and previous 6 days. So it becomes total 7 days. 7 days will include what? Current row, it is 1, and plus previous 6 days. So their total becomes 7. So this is how you'll find. So now if I want previous 7 days as my window, right, as my bucket, say in the month of January, I want to create this 7 days moving window. It's a moving window actually. See, partition is not a moving window. It's like a bucket, but uh, the window clause, it's a moving window. Why it is moving? See, if I'm at row number 7, then it would include all the rows from 1 to 7. When I move to row number 8, it will include from row number 2 to 8. If I move to row number 9, it will include from row number 3 to 9. So as you can see, the window is moving. So that is where the window and class come into picture. So it's very straightforward. See, in case of running sum, we had included all the rows of the partition. In this case, we just need to include only previous 6 days, not all the previous data. So we just need to mention preceding how many number of days? 6. So in case of 7, it will be 6. And you also need to include year current row. It becomes here rolling sum. Okay. Let's run this. Okay, this is 6 a.m. till 7th row. Now from the 8th row, you will start to see the difference in the running total and the rolling sum. It is 39,332 for running total, and it is 29,395 because this 154,006 was excluded in the row number 8 because your window moved from row number 2 to 8. It included only this much within that partition. And if you come to row number 31st, right? In row number 31st, it will include your row number 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 29, 30, 31. And you will get that rolling sum. Again, you will see that data is different. And in case when the month is changing, right? Everything is reset. Even running total, rolling sum, and the average also. Just keep this in mind. Partition, there will be a complete reset. But in case of window, within that partition, you keep moving that window, whatever you have provided. We have provided 6 preceding and the current row. So it was, let me give this name as 7 days. Let's run this for 3 days. Right? So current row is 1, 3 minus 1, and it will include 2 days, previous 2 days. So what will change is instead of 6, just make 2, and if query is ready, let's see the output. In 7 days, the window was for 7 rows. In case of 3 days, sorry. In case of 3 days, after every 3 days, you will see the data is changing between 7 days and 4. Because your window is only 3. So 1, 2, 3. Then for this row, it will be this, and this. 3 rows. Say if I go to this row, then it will be 1, 2, and 3. When I say 1, 2, and 3, it's basically sales data 1, 2, and 3. When you add this, you will get this data 79976. This is how your rolling sum will work. Now, for the average, we just need to change the aggregate one. Rest everything remains the same. Here we have completed the running totals and the moving and rolling sums. In the next series, we will look into these data, these queries basically. Thank you so much.